You're good.
Hello, everybody. This is a continuation of the solar storm charts to give you an idea of my chaotic research notes here. And my thing on text, which is on Word, is more decipherable than this. But I want to show you how I came up with these numbers that you're finding here, the 301, the 239, 779, 1319, 1850, and so forth. And what I want to show you is how I got to 2039 from the Carrington event of 1859. So this is to clarify all of my research notes and, trying to sort out all this chaos into something that'll make sense to anybody that can follow numbers and follow me down, basically, on this
Down the
equation.
rabbit hole.
Down the rabbit hole. So this is a really quick, short video on how I come up with my equations for the year, the month, and eventually I'm working on right now. What you're noticing is the exact day when it occurs. But it's been quite the process. How I start out is with an 11.25 solar cycle. Not 1100, not 11.50, but 11.25. Why 11.25? Because there's four of them. 25 and let me see if I find it here. Oh wait, wrong one. 25, 50, 75, and then 000. Why? 00 stands for November.
That's the Indian time New Year.
When the Pleiades is directly overhead or read. And then 25, which I'm showing here on this one right here, divided by 364. And that little circle right there, it shows you that it's in November, December, January, February. The third month from November. Then you go 50 divided by 364, and that last number is a 6. And what is that 6 telling you? November, December, January, February, March, April, May for 6. And if you go 75
The
divided by
6th month.
364, it gives you 9. And what's the ninth month of the year? August. So it's giving you a general idea and a general part of the seasons when things are likely to occur. But also these reed Februaries and the reed that's over here, and
It's like
Flint, House, Rabbit, which are down here, the north, the east, north, west, south. They're actually the archangels of the four directions. And these are the months that they rule, that's a whole nother category there, but I'll get back to the solar cycles here. But anyway, that's what these little numbers are here that are to 25 to make the 50, and to make the 75, and the red ones are the 000. See, that's how they're working. So it gives you a general idea of when it's going to occur and what time of the year it's going to occur. So 11.25 solar cycle. How does this all work? You take 239, which already is the number for the Aztec calendar to go back to one reed. Also the number that it goes to for Ketan 13 Ahau in the Maya prophecies of Chilambala lead up to 2039. So you take 2039.00, you minus that 1125, it gives you the year 2027.75. What did I say, 75? That's in August. What's happening in August in 2027? Ketan 13 Ahau, which I just mentioned, which is in the Maya account of the Chilambala. That's how I came up with
that
the
one
account.
is the very last one.
Yeah, that's coming up after this solar cycle's over with. which is coincidentally named solar cycle 26, 13 times 2. Yeah, this is getting interesting. Well, 2027 minus 1125 now it takes you to 2016.50. You keep minusing that same number as here. It'll take you to 1994. It'll take you to 1982. It'll take you to 1971, 1960, 1949, 1937, 1926, 1915, 1892, 1881, 1879, and guess where it ends? 1859, the Carrington event.
And so that was, yep.
If you take the Carrington event and you add that 1125, it'll take you to that number 2, and it'll take you to the Maya count in the Chilumbalum, which is, real important because that's the key right there. So this one, I showed you how to get from 2039 to 1859 by using my system of 11.25 to minus to get to the year and
It's
the
like
close
a key.
approximate. Yeah, it's a key.
You just use the same one.
Now you take the 2039 and you minus 180, which takes you to this 1859 that we're looking at right here. But from 1859, you take 3 of those times 3, which gives you 540.
So 180 times 3 is 540?
Which is the cycle.
Okay.
So you minus 540. This cycle occurred in 2039, minus that 540, 1859, 1319, 779, 239, 301 BC, and then you go to 321 BC, which will take you to Caton 13 Ahau, and then you add 11 solar cycles to bring it up to 310 BC, which brings you from here to this as being a cycle. So
And then that 540, that's what you got from the book with the Chilumbalum. They had that number. Is that correct?
Oh, no, that one has 158.
Oh, okay.
But this is basically this chart right here, what I'm
Oh.
describing. See, there's 1859. See, and then there's 1859, 1319, 1319, 779,
years.
7079. See how it's going?
Right.
239,
For, like, the
239,
solar-
301, 301.
Solar storms,
Then 321,
mass
up to
ejections.
310 BC.
Okay.
So that's kind of how I went from finding out the longer count to get to 310 BC when the gods sacrificed themselves in Teotihuacan to make way for humanity to continue.
And that whole story is in the Indigenous Science Theater.
Yeah,
The
that's a
previous episode
indigenous.
to this.
The last time they were here was in 310 BC, but from this number 301 and all the way down to the minus 61 BC, they were gone. Divine entities had sacrificed themselves and then they were gone this whole stretch. And then time began again in 41 BC with the arrival of people in Teotihuacan. And when they arrived, it was already built by these divine entities.
Oh, so like you said previously, we set up our sheep corrals in their structures.
Yeah, and then we take credit that we're the ones that built it, and then when you look at it, little 4'8" Indian, lifting a 110-ton block. I heard them on a program and they said, how did those ancient people do it? How did those Indians lift a 110-ton block? You know what my answer was?
What?
Very carefully.
The
Watch your toes.
All right, so that's it for now. Is there anything else you want to share, or are you?
I think that was pretty much. I was just trying to verify,
And that 10 is
my gibberish that's on my research pages, so it kind of makes sense in orderly fashion.
and this is that cycle, another cycle that
Well, it's the 11. See that 11?
yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. See 9, 10, 11. And then is the 12th one.
Oh,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. The third cycle. See? Not that hard. But then you hit these 2 zeros at the end. That's where we're at now because it's going back to there. But you have to go through all of this before you get to those last 2 at the very end. But that's how it works.
so that's how you figure out like 2039 is the first. I don't know. Now I'm getting confused.
Well, this is the ancient way of looking at the solar cycles. I don't know how modern man looks at it. This is the Maya version. See, 9, 10, 11. See, if you go 11, 11, it'll all hit these ones all the way down.
And then your ahas or your Ketan counts.
So this is more
would
aligned
change.
to the Maya Chilambala,
Okay,
not to the
so
Western world
One
nonsense.
ahau.
I'm not going to align it to people who don't even know pi. What, am I crazy?
I was gonna say.
They don't even know their own math, let alone even know this.
Well,
They don't even believe us. You know, all those Indians don't know crap. They're all assimilated. You know, who put the ass in assimilation? Mm-hmm. Well, I hope they don't red flag me on that on YouTube. You didn't hear that? But
right.
maybe the people that needed to hear it, you know who I'm talking about.
Okay, so dang it, I was gonna say something and I forgot.
Well, basically, I'll kind of run through, not all of my notes here, but
So all of these are just like, oh yeah, for the Mayan Book of the Chilambalam, you can go in there and then it lists the Ketans, and from what I recall, the Ketan counts, it's like even numbers first and then odd numbers, or no, it's odd numbers and then even numbers,
Odd
and then
and even
13
numbers.
is at the end.
this chart right here is important too
That's the
because
pattern.
this is dealt in 351, which equals, on this chart over here. And why 351? Because every time you do 351, it's one revolution of the sun in its rotation. It takes 351 days, 27 times 13, to make a rotation of the sun, one complete round. And that 351 is also used for predicting solar and lunar eclipses as well as the rotation of the sun in 351 days. And that's what this is building 351s and 13s. So I can figure out the rotation of the sun. So what I'm doing is combining ancient Maya knowledge and combining it with modern scientific knowledge, with traditional knowledge, ancient charts, ancient Maya charts, which this is that solar 11 years 351 thing I was talking about too. It's another version of it.
Oh, dang, you even had the years.
Mm-hmm.
With the Aztec, it was read. So you have the Mayan combined. You're correlating the Mayan and the Aztec, Raj.
And well, as round as that ugly monster that limps called the Gregorian. So basically, this is kind of my research notes. I'm trying to take my scribbling over here and make it coherent, and that's what I was trying to do here. Now, hope I didn't confuse anyone, but
Well, there's a lot.
Well, we get accused of being pseudoscience, and it gets kind of old after a while. I mean, pseudoscience might save your ass one of these days.
Well, I was going to say, you had mentioned something that was going to happen on the 24th in one of the previous videos.
Yeah, if somebody to look at the older videos and they'll see the date. This was about 4 days back. And I was telling them that there's going to be a comet or a planet and a planetary alignment on the 24th. But in my mind, I was thinking it was the 3i Atlas getting closer to Jupiter, which would be in line with us and the sun on the other side. But then I get up this morning and I listen to a news report. It's just been discovered that a comet is coming from under the sun. And I went, what? It just came out of the blue, and it's not like the other comets that come in sideways. This one's come from underneath, took everybody by surprise, and then the sun shot out a solar flare at it, and then they met. And I went, that's the comet it told me in the research a few days back that I thought was 3i Atlas.
Wow.
And it turns out it had been a real comet that I saw in the research, and I doubted myself.
A real celestial object that surprised everybody.
Well, it's so scary accurate, it even freaked me out. But hey, I guess, sometimes, somebody's got to do this. I mean, truthfully, I'm going to talk to you native people. What I'm showing here is what's left of our real culture. If you want to play Indian, with the colonialist, and
Pander
to get
to
a
the-
handout and pander to tourists and call it being native, that's your business. Time is too short. I'm too tired, too old to play Indian for anyone. And if somebody is serious about their culture, they should not allow foreigners to interpret their culture for them. That's the dumbest thing in the world. Get off your red ass, do your own homework into your own culture like I did. This is not pseudoscience. This is our real history and our real culture that is being erased while we talk. There we go.
Gee.
Can I get off
Okay.
my soapbox now? And then
All right.
quit being the Lord. You cannot petition the Lord with prayer. Or something like
All
that.
right. Well, thanks for sharing some more
You're welcome.
information with us, Raj. Everyone have a good day.